Hi guys, it's Mama Joe Dawn. I am a single mom attempting to pay off $55,600 of debt, and for the most part I'm following the Dave Ramsey plan of the debt snowball. People in the debt-free community who follow Dave Ramsey are aware of the fact that he is very much so against car leases. He's also against keeping an expensive car when you could trade it in for a cheaper car. Currently sitting on a $30,000 car that is in a lease right now. I've had this come up multiple times in the comment section, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make a video addressing it right now. I kind of briefly explained how I ended up with this car, but let's reiterate for the people who have no idea why I am sitting on this $30,000 car lease. Last year, actually around this time last year, I was dating a guy who totaled my vehicle, and I had to go out and get a new vehicle. At the time, I searched for about 3 days for a good used vehicle. Found about 5 that I thought were pretty reliable, good vehicles, and every single time that I took them into a mechanic, the mechanic was like, there are so many problems in this, you're looking at spending like $3,000 as soon as you pull this off the lot. Pretty much any car that I found was under like the $6,000 range was not working, and I know nothing about cars. Walking onto a car lot, that salesperson has me wrapped around their finger because I am freaking clueless. Sold me the biggest junker in the world and told me that it was a great luxury vehicle, and I would believe them because I have no clue. I don't know how cars run. I know nothing about them, and I didn't have the time to learn at that point in time to be able to go in with a lot of knowledge figuring out what kind of car I needed. And I had been sold really horrible cars in the past at used car dealerships, way overpriced, and I got extremely ripped off in the past. I had this Chevy Trailblazer that was a complete piece of junk, and it had like a reconstructed title that I knew nothing about at the time, and it had like been totaled in the past and then put back together. It had like not factory parts in it, and when it started having problems, it was extremely expensive to fix, and it was just a money pit for me. I have always been terrified of used vehicles. Pretty much any used vehicle that I've had in my life, which has been 3 different ones, and all of them were under $8,000, every single one of them has tanked out on me. I'm a single mom. I have a 2-year-old. I cannot be sitting stranded on the side of the road, period. My own safety, for my own peace of mind. The last car I had was also a new lease, and after I kind of went around shopping for a used car and realized this was not going to work out for me, I decided to go ahead and do a lease again. Here's why I did a lease instead of a loan. One, I have the opportunity to trade this car in at the end of my 3-year lease period and hopefully not owe any money on it if I do everything correctly. I'm not driving over the miles that is in the lease agreement, and the car's well taken care of, it's clean, you know, I don't get in an accident with it or anything like that. Also a fairly low monthly payment right now, about $400 a month. It was the top safety rated in 2019, which is why I picked it out for families. It gets great gas mileage, and it's extremely reliable because it's a new vehicle. It's very well made. I know it's going to get me where I need to go. I don't have to worry about a bunch of maintenance or anything crazy. I know that I'm not going to have anything extreme come up in terms of unexpected expenses involving my car. Peace of mind that that new car provides me is worth the money to me as a single mom in my current position. If you follow my other debt-free videos, you also know that I have 5 different debts that I am working on paying down right now that are mainly smaller consumer debts. Personal loans, credit cards, things like that. Those are the debts that I'm putting all of my financial attention to right now. So my car has fallen to the wayside. Do I want to get to a point where I have a decent, reliable car that's paid off? Completely. But right now, in my debt snowball process, I have 5 other debts that I'm trying to tackle as fast as possible. Car is put on the back burner because what I have is working. I can afford the minimum payment on it right now, and it's giving me that extremely needed peace of mind. Once all 5 of my other debts are paid off, I am going to reevaluate my car situation. I'm going to sit down and either determine, can I pay this car off in a decent amount of time and keep it because it is reliable and nice and a peace of mind, or should I go ahead and trade it in for a reliable used car that I have the time and ability to shop around for? Right now, in order to break my lease, I'm looking at spending about $10,000 just to get out of the lease with this car. That's tacking on another debt that I can't afford to pay right now, and it seems extremely counterproductive to my financial journey. I do have a brand new car lease. That to a lot of people, this looks like a really stupid financial decision. And I understand why most people feel that way. If I was single, I would totally be driving around a junker car and not care if I get stranded on the side of the road. But I'm a single mom of a toddler kiddo. We can't get out, walk to a gas station. If we get stranded somewhere, she is 2. We are not going to be able to easily walk somewhere. In the middle of the winter, it's below freezing temperatures. In the middle of the summer, it's extremely hot and she could easily get dehydrated. I am terrified of being in a position where I am stuck in an unsafe situation with my kiddo. For me, a reliable car is necessary. I am willing to have that $400 a month lease payment to give myself peace of mind and ensure safety for my daughter. This is something that not a lot of people are going to agree with in my financial journey, but that's just it. It's my financial journey. And everyone has their own journey that they're going through financially. And I get that a lot of people just really want to give advice that's working for them. But for me, what's working for me is having a reliable vehicle. I want to get those other debts paid off, and then yes, I will address this car situation, but for now, the car situation is just going to chill for a little bit. That is why I have a $30,000 car lease in the middle of my debt-free journey, and why I don't plan on really changing that situation anytime soon. Thank you so much for the people who have asked this question. All of you guys have come at it really kindly, just trying to give me advice on it, but I just kind of wanted to explain why exactly I'm keeping this around, and it's not a huge concern for me at the moment. I see why it's a huge concern for people in the comments, and trust me, I understand it. I just kind of wanted to give my side of the story. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.